Can you give a more affirmative, excited yes, if so?
Yes.
Okay. It seems like he can.
He is speaking. We got a technical dude. Let me make sure this is.
Should I still mute myself periodically throughout this time?
Huh?
Should I still mute myself periodically throughout the day?
No, you should be good.
Okay. Jackson.
What?
Oh, all right. He can hear us.
He can't hear us?
Yeah, he can.
He can?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'll be right in.
I can hear you.
You're being weird and spooky on this fine Halloween edition of the Beyond the Backboard.
Let's get right into it and talk about the Clippers trade as I get this audio situated, as I just got to hop into our Zoom call via my phone. And what we're hearing is to PJ Tucker, Philippe Petrusev, and our boy, Mr. James Harden. For what everybody was telling me wasn't going to happen. Marcus Morris, Robert Covington. All right, who else is? I feel like I'm blanking on somebody on this deal. KJ Martin, which is weird. I thought you can't be traded for 60 days. And Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin. What do you guys think of this deal? Mr. James Harden fan himself.
I see the Clippers budging and partnering with Terrence Mann. I didn't see another suitor emerging. James Harden was never going to suit up. So the Clippers were going to get to name their price, and the Rockets maybe got an extra pick or an extra pick swap out of the deal, but it's a good deal for the Clippers. And even though, in the words of Daryl Morey, they might not have been serious about acquiring James Harden's a Clipper at the end of the day. And I wasn't certain how much better he really makes them, but I think that they're all in. And I think that it's a great acquisition.
Fuck them picks.
Yep. Fuck them picks.
So, with that being said, the Philadelphia 76ers traded James Harden, I'm right here reading a report, and exchanged Harden, Phil Petrusev, and PJ Tucker, which I've said for weeks, that the report that was like, it was this weird report that you kept hearing on The Athletic, ESPN, other reputable guys like Mark Stein, that like they would write something and then one sentence would be like, PJ Tucker will be included. And I told Henry, I told Jackson, I told everyone, I was like, guys, like this deal is going to include PJ Tucker. It seems like they were a duo, like a package. PJ wasn't going to stay in Philadelphia if James wasn't staying. That wasn't happening. Like there was supposedly, if PJ wasn't going to LA, he was going to be traded to a third team. So with that being said, Henry, can you tell us what you read about Furkan Korkmaz?
Yes. Also, the picks going to the Clippers the picks going to Philly are 2026 and 2028 first, seemingly unprotected, 2 second-round picks as well as a pick swap. That's substantial. I know he said fuck them picks, but at the very least, Philly's able to recoup something for James Harden.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, agreed.
Henry Jackson, what do you think?
I mean, we waited all summer for this. So I'm glad it's finally done. Got 4 Hall of Famers.
Do you
We'll
think
do it. We'll try it again, but I mean, it won't work, but it'll be cool.
no faith?
Furkan Korkmaz. Oh, sorry, you go. I didn't know.
There's nobody on that team that like can step up when they need to, except for Kawhi, and he misses every other game.
Wow, I actually believe this team, like, I'm fully back on the Clippers wave. Last year we had them as our number 1 team that was going to be fucking amazing.
Paul George is overnight. Did Russell Westbrook become? I guess he played fine in the playoffs, and he'll be coming off the bench
Henry,
now.
could you
I do like
Jackson
that.
a little?
And then, but did James Harden learn how to not choke overnight? And did Paul George learn how to not get injured overnight?
Well, I think it's like double negatives.
And did
You
Kawhi
put a
not
bunch
get
of chokers around each other, you get an anti-choker.
I don't know if it adds up quite like that. Someone's still going to have to step up, bro. And Jackson's making a decent point. Continue.
I mean, we do it every year. Try and convince ourselves that Paul torn shoulder George won't get injured and that Kawhi.
Okay, don't act like we weren't fully on the fucking Clippers last year.
Yeah, what I just say, we do this every single season. I'm done doing this. It's gonna be
Jackson's done being hurt.
It's gonna be the Nuggets, Warriors, Suns, or Celtics or Bucks. Those are the only 5 capable NBA final teams.
Keep my love. Do you guys like Colby Calais? Fearless? I'm fearless. So go on and leave my love. I can't. It's either way. But do you think this deal makes the Sixers or the Clippers better? And do you think the Sixers did this deal because they saw Kelly Oubre in the team and they were like, we're too good without?
There's no way you genuinely are wondering that question. No way.
Yeah.
Who's better?
On paper, it's the Clippers.
Are you on crack? No, it is not. Name me one reason on paper. Oh wait, you said Clippers.
Yeah.
Thank God. Who?
Oh my God.
Who's the other alternative?
The Sixers?
That's not a question. I don't think that's close. Maybe if Furkan wasn't in the trade, or if was in the trade.
Oh, you a big Furkan guy?
No, I'm just kidding.
Supposedly, both sides agree he was best.
Yes, Furkan Korkmaz requested to be a part of the Harden deal. Both Sixers and Clippers staff were against the idea.
I didn't even know Furkan was still.
Do they even play him?
I have no idea.
I feel bad. Furkan was decent.
Oh no! Thank God the Clippers saved Terrence Mann. So you're right. Maybe they can win it now. But this isn't even close. KJ Martin Jr. is nothing. I'm sorry. I'm a Rocket guy.
Explanation why KJ Martin was able to be traded so quickly after being traded from the Rockets. All right, let's finish reading up about this. So, as you guys know, James Harden requested a trade when he opted in to the Sixers contract back in June. And then the deal with the Clippers were discussed over the summer. But according to The Athletic, the talks ramped up on October 17th. And the 34-year-old has yet to play this season as he spent basically this past month away from the team, and he started ramping up on Tuesday his conditioning. Both the Clippers and Sixers are 2-1 to start the season. So obviously the biggest thing that James Harden is going to bring to this team is his scoring chops, but the man led the league in assists last year. So being able to play with two scoring wings like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, you'd think that good damn, it's going to take some pressure off of both those players from score.
I can't believe he was
I
in
knew he
that
was going to be in the
trade.
trade because if it wasn't Rocco, it was going to be Norman Powell. The fact that they kept Norman Powell, also there's a third team in this
Yeah.
deal. Danny Green got waived by the Sixers, and a third team is being to the Sixers.
Oh, what the hell?
We
who's
don't
the
know.
fucker?
We don't know
Or
how
is-
that's going down.
is somebody
It's just it was a one
in
sentence
that trade?
that Woj wrote
Paul
in his
Reed?
article.
That's interesting. I imagine it's OKC.
Jackson, could you either, or Henry, can you fix Jackson or tell Jackson or Jackson go just to his right a little?
Okay. We're lagging somewhat badly.
It's on my right
Yeah,
eye,
it's-
dog.
I just noticed it.
We lost.
I don't know if
the
me
recording
changing my
video.
camera
Maybe
will
it's
do
disconnected.
much.
I reset it though.
What? We're not streaming anymore?
Did I reset it though?
What? We're not streaming anymore?
No, the stream has been going, but the recording ended.
Huh?
But I restarted it.
What, the recording?
Yeah.
The streaming's still going, right?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
What would you think of this? Like, who do you think's?
Well, I think now I can put Russ on my bench, which is pretty scary, and then I can have him finish with my starters if that's the move. I mean, it'll be a season team. They're a super team. They have
Here's
4
where
Hall of
something really
Famers now
funny.
on their roster. So
One of the new beat writers for the Wizards. He's actually good. He's decent. He's good. He looks like a good kid. He writes for like one of the SB Nation sites, but he wrote. He posted a picture of Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi, and Paul George, and he goes, Tommy Shepard had a big three of Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, and Kristaps Porzingis, and thought that could contend with this. I no one found that funny.
I think that PJ Tucker joining a team full of chokers is going to be big. I like the energy he's going to bring. That's actually something that truly makes me
Isn't
more
PJ
optimistic
Tucker
about it.
technically a choker who won? PJ Tucker himself has been a choker. He only won because he got carried by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Sure, but it's different when you're a role player
Oh.
choker. And even
They
then,
don't-
and even then, PJ was making
they don't like
normal
that.
contributions. You can't be a gigantic PJ Tucker fanboy contribution and then say he's getting carried when he's just not putting up numbers because he's doing the exact same thing that people love him for now as he was in the finals then.
Bucks don't win the championship without PJ Tucker.
Wait, Leonard Skinner's dead?
As of today,
What?
he hasn't been dead in the past.
No, but it says something about a plane crash.
Damn.
Jeez,
Wait.
I don't hear about that.
Okay, listen to this. After releasing 5 studio albums, the band's career was halted after a charter plane crash, killing Banzat, Steve Gaines, and backup singer Casey Gaines, and seriously injuring the rest of the band. And they went on a hiatus for almost 12 years. That's wild. And there's no remainder. I guess the band still tours, but there's no remaining original members.
Oh, what the hell? Are you serious? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know that.
Why the hell are they still banned?
It's kind of like Sublime with Rome.
What is that?
Do you know
The
Sublime?
band
Like,
Sublime?
I ain't got no
Yeah.
Santeria.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened?
So, you know, like how fucking Christ, what's his name? Who died off of heroin? Lead singer. Died. So since he's died, Sublime still tours, but they're called Sublime with Rome because I think the first guy to replace it,
Oh, is that
like the group, they've every like 10 years they get a new lead singer who sounds exactly like the original singer.
I like that they indicate that in the name.
Yeah, that's not it's the guitarists, the drummers are all the same, but it's different singers, so it's Sublime with Rome. Because I think Rome was the original a replacement singer, like Rome something, and they were like, "Oh, you're cool." So it's like Sublime with Rome, and he was famous himself too. A little bit more, you know.
Blink 182 should do that.
Does Blink 182 still tour?
For sure, but Travis Barker isn't the original drummer.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
One of
Where are
their
you?
I think their whole entire first album is a different drummer. I can't remember his name, of course. Met him in like high school, I think.
You went to high school with him? How old
And
are
they
you?
kicked him out. No, he went. They all went to high school together or
Be like
something
that.
like that. And then they brought in Travis Barker, and
Fucking huge.
they got big. Or
All right, but ramifications of
they
this
are.
trade. Do the Clippers have enough to be title contenders in the West?
James Harden is gonna have to shoot.
How many more Hall of Famers do you want?
I need 7.
You got 4. Uh, if it wasn't the Clippers, I feel like they'd be right up there. I mean, they probably are going to be one of the favorites now, as they should. So
I mean, if they weren't one of the favorites, that'd be depressing.
pair them up with Lakers of Los Angeles.
Who's better?
Your move, Lake Show. Go out and make a move.
The Lake Show looks terrible, though.
They'll be fine.
I
mean,
will
Gabe
admit,
Vincent won't be.
seeing this trade at like 2 something in the morning, I thought that the Lakers acquired him. I misread it and thought it was the Lakers, and I thought that would have been crazy. I kind of would have respected it.
That's insane.
But James Harden is going to have to shoot better than 50% at the rim, which was one of the worst marks in basketball last year for dudes of his sample size. And within 4 feet of the basket, connected on 57% of his shots at the rim, 33rd percentile among all guards. He has been a below average scorer. Still can shoot, but he's not the same dude he was, and he's going to have to improve on that because that's bad. And that's what it's going to come down to. You can have as many Hall of Famers as you want, but if they're not playing like above average playoff, the stalwarts, whatever you want to call them, then it doesn't matter.
I agree. When I look at this, what has gotten them short is either injuries, shooting, or lack of an offense. It's weird to say. Last year, it really felt like if they had a point guard, someone could fucking facilitate. You can even see it in Ty Lue's face. Like it's weird to say that Russell Westbrook isn't a traditional point guard. Like he'll run an offense. Just dropped my phone, but he'll run an offense and stuff. But like it's not like James, where like the defense will collapse on him because I think it's because James is a shooter.
Well, James Harden. So you're definitely right in the sense that he's different in value adding in that regard.
Also,
Yeah.
the more important part, Kawhi got injured and Paul George was injured.
And now James
So it
Harden
wasn't-
and Russ are two
Well, Russell
really.
come off the bench as he should, and can he even accept that role? But I guess he'll still close, right? Imagine.
I mean, he came off the bench last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he will.
Not in the end though.
Yeah, but
Not
with
when
the
he went to
Lakers.
Yeah, that was horrible. They were the 13th seed. So can Russ accept that bench role?
It's not crazy to think about. They were the 13th seed, and then they went to the fucking Western Conference Finals. But no, I look
Yeah,
at
so
this.
you can think they look however they look, they'll be just fine.
So we can assume the starting lineup. I mean, Norman Powell might be the 6-man dude. They might run Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, Paul, and Zubats, and run Norman Powell as 6-man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the more interesting, what's the starting lineup of the Sixers?
Who gives a shit?
I think what it's
Tyrese
weird.
Maxey, Joel Embiid, and a bunch of other players.
Robert Covington's going home. I'm coming home. Tell the
Oh.
world that I'm coming home.
Some
The
contender
rain
needs
is-
to
What?
pick him up.
Well, Robert Covington was originally signed with the Sixers. He was part of the process Sixers.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest fantasy assets of all time during those Sixers days.
If you want to read a really good book, read Mr. Jake Fisher's Built to Lose.
Chilling
And
on that.
there's
Jake Fisher.
Damn,
dude, we met
Jake
Jake Fisher.
Fisher's
Jake
my-
Fisher's really nice.
What's he look like? What's his body fat?
Okay, so Jake Fisher is probably
Easy,
like 12% body
easy,
fat. He's
11,
definitely a
I'd say.
geek, a nerd.
There we go. There we go.
Like, you can beat the shit out of him.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he was
almost
really
like-
nice. He was really nice. Like, when I told him I read his book and I was quoting his book, I definitely think he was super surprised. And he was like going like this and like thanking me. And then he was like, I really like it. What did he say? He's like, nice shirt.
Yeah.
And then
He
he
did
like dabbed
compliment
this up and
your
walked
shirt.
off. True story. But starting lineup, are we assuming who the fuck is the point guard for the Sixers?
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
I guess so. Tyrese,
Tyrese,
Oubre.
most improved player, Maxey.
Nick Batum, Mark Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. I honestly think the Sixers got hella depth. I've said this whole time. I don't think this is that bad of a deal. They got hella depth. They turned James Harden into 4 pieces. Obviously.
So that depth on Los Angeles was worthless, but on Philly, it's
You're
put a
saying
shirt
that sarcastic.
on versus empowering. Yeah, none of those players matter except maybe Robert Covington. And they lost PJ, so they're getting the same player in Rocco just about,
Pass me the paper.
give or take a little bit. But what does Nicholas Batum offer anybody? He didn't offer the Clippers anything, especially in the playoffs. And what does Marcus Morris offer, especially in the playoffs? He offered nothing.
Nick Batum could probably get them
James Harden's.
All right.
Nick
So
Batum could get some senior discounts on his airline.
I would
tickets.
imagine we'll see what Joel thinks, but I would imagine we'll see a Joel Embiid trade start the ticker now. I think 1 year from now, Joel Embiid will be traded.
oh, that's good.
I don't know where, but until that suitor emerges,
So
they'll continue to run it.
there are a bunch of topics we have on this list.
There's
We don't have to talk about them all today. I want you to choose one of these 3. Actually, one of these 4. Jordan Poole and the Wizards. Cam Thomas and the Nets. DeJounte Murray, 41-point explosion. Or the Warriors are undefeated on the road.
I don't care about any of those except the last one.
I was
be
here.
honest
What
with you.
Warriors are undefeated, 3-0 on the road. They were the worst road team in the league last year. Right now, they can't be beat. Jackson, why is that?
Well, that's because when your star players, when they're off of the court for 15 minutes every single game, Chris Paul is playing them. And it's a pretty big mismatch. So they have the best bench player since Andre Iguodala on the Golden State Warriors now, and that itself is terrifying. And then what Chris is going to do, other than go up against bench units for 15 or more minutes a night, first off, Steve Kerr is going to be able to load manage, which is going to be genius. But he's also going to ascend Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody and hopefully teach, especially Kuminga, how to play his role. And then all Golden State's missing is a rim runner. I don't know who that rim runner will be. But once they get him, they'll have for sure the best team since the dynasty. I think Golden State's the last chance, the last hope to beat Denver. Otherwise, it's a wrap, and I think they're quite close. I think they're quite close to Denver by the end of the season.
I like
And also,
this
Steph
take.
Curry is an MVP. Yeah, I mean, Chris Paul on the bench is. I remember talking
Sixth
about this
man of
all
the year?
summer. I remember one stream specifically. You and Luke were like just getting so annoyed that I was saying Chris Paul's coming off the bench. Let's throw that in there. Yeah, this is Golden State is, I mean, they're just absolutely loaded. Chris Paul, all that's keeping Golden State from a Western Conference Finals is health and wealth
Health and wealth.
and happiness, but mainly to Chris Paul. But we can't forget about Clay and Dre, and obviously Steven.
I think,
But Steph's MVP right now, outside of Luka.
I think with what you were just saying, I can believe it, but I don't know, man. I think it's such a crapshoot with 3 games in. Brandon Podziemski looked good.
Well, they're 4 games.
4 games in, my apology. Some teams are 3. Asshole.
TJD looked good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the biggest thing going on with teams right now is it all can change very quickly. So we can't get overzealous and proclaim champions right
Well,
now.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get over. You can have whatever you want, but me personally, I'll be overzealous if that's the word to describe it. The Golden State Warriors are the second best team in the West. I mean, Phoenix is really good, and the Clippers are about to be really good. But
I think they're a
one team
playoff
has
squad.
Steph,
I'm just
the
not
other
ready.
Teams don't.
I still like Phoenix. I still like
Playoff squad. Steph Curry.
I like
dude.
Dallas right now, dude.
Golden State's way better.
I don't know,
Did
man.
2 years ago not teach you much? They were way better. They were way better.
Henry?
What can Luka do that Steph can't? Give me one thing.
Big post up.
What's one thing? Yeah, I guess. But it's a point guard, so I'll take it.
Henry, what's your thoughts on Golden State being the second best team in the West and them being undefeated to start the season on the road?
Second best team in the West was a good catch. I still think that Boston is the best bet to usurp Denver. I think that that's pretty valid, though. I mean, until Phoenix proves to me that they can, be healthy and, at least showcase something. I know we're only 4 games into the season, but I think for now that's a valid statement that I'm going to do. I mean, this is a team that would get killed with Steph Curry off the court, even during, their championship runs, and now that's not the case anymore. I still think they're going to be shallow on the wings. Kuminga's not going to step up, so that's going to hurt them. A rim runner would be nice, but it's not a huge part of their offense, so I'm not tweaking on that. Kai Jones, GOAT life, maybe.
I think they have a good 8-man rotation. But the problem with this 8-man rotation, one injury, you're gonna have to start calling Kuminga and Moses Moody. Dario Saric, Gary Payton II, Chris Paul, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, but you don't even want Dario Saric playing.
I love Dario Saric. I think Dario Saric is better than Nemanja Bjelica.
Okay. Nemanja could barely play playoff minutes also.
What did you just say?
I said Nemanja could barely play playoff minutes also.
Who's Nemanja?
Bjelica.
Nemanja Bjelica.
No,
Fucking say
dude.
the guy's name correctly.
That's fresh off the boat. Mine was right.
It's Nemanja Bjelica. And he
Potato-
played 17.
Potato.
You can say
No, he played 17 minutes a night during the playoff run. He was actually a key contributor as their backup center.
All right.
if anybody gets injured on any team, they'll be worse. So I don't think that can only be applied to
No, you're right.
Golden State.
That'd be
All right, he played 10 minutes in the playoffs.
every
I
game.
fact
Every
check
game,
that.
10 minutes a night. Okay, 10 minutes is a lot in the playoffs.
What year was this?
2 years ago, you jackass, when they won the goddamn fucking championship,
Are-
you asshole.
Cat. No.
Question for you then. Question for you about the 10 minutes. Did the Nuggets lose the finals without Christian Brown?
Yes.
Biased.
Dude, you don't win a championship without a Kansas Jayhawk on the roster. I think there is a stat. It's like out of the last 25 championships, I think 23 or 24 of them have had a Kansas Jayhawk on them.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Every team has
Duke's
at
probably
least
had
one
25,
Jayhawk on the
haven't they?
roster. Especially LeBron. I think LeBron's
Yeah.
every championship has had Jayhawk.
Really? I can't think of a single LeBron Jayhawk
Mario
in his
Chalmers
entire
a
NBA
jackass.
career. Wow, I didn't even know he went to Kansas.
You just don't watch basketball. Henry, what was the shot that Mario Chalmers is fucking famous for?
What was what?
You know what Mario Chalmers is famous for, right?
Oh, yeah,
The shot.
of course.
Yeah. In 08, dude, like the whole reason Mario
Blue
Chalmers
Derrick Rose's
Who watches
NCAA
college
title
basketball?
championship.
literally. Okay, I gotta talk about something. I gotta, guys. This is a rant. I had hope. No, I still have hope that we're gonna be the worst goddamn fucking team in the league. But when I see a 6'3" man that I have stood less than 3 feet away from before, casually walk around and shoot basketballs if he's playing in a rec center in the middle of an NBA game, it just pisses me off. Blimey, it just makes me feel like we're getting ripped off. He doesn't even care to play basketball. This man seems like just a dumb fuck that isn't worth a single shit. Okay? I don't like him right now. I don't care. I was optimistic. I was thinking this, but there's a reason why you got punched in the face. There's a reason why you got discarded. There's a reason why no one wants you. Jordan Poole, please stop. Okay.
That's fine, but that doesn't impact his basketball game. Or
His basketball
ability.
game fucking sucks, dude.
Dude,
I think your problems stem way
Did
deeper
you guys
than
see
Jordan
Jordan Poole
Poole.
last night?
You know your second best. You know your best player is Kyle Kuzma. Just to get it
Yeah,
right.
and then it's
And you're expecting what? If your best player on any team is Kyle Kuzma at any point in his entire NBA career, you cannot be upset at
I'm
pool
fine.
party.
I want the number one pick. We're going to get.
I'm
the
just
number one pick.
saying.
But you know what? Jordan Poole. I had Eric. I thought he was going to be reborn. I thought he was going to grow up.
Your team sucks, and it's not Jordan Poole's problem. Jordan Poole's probably the best player on the Wizards.
No, it's Kyle Kuzma. And the other thing is like we suck as much as the Rockets suck. And the Bulls. Okay? All three of those teams fucking suck. But the thing is Jordan Poole's fucking out here playing like he's like 12 years old. I don't know, with his dick between his legs.
Yeah, I agree. I was earlier disagreeing with Jackson saying that his personality isn't related to his basketball game. I think he's being immature. I think this is an opportunity to move to a new place and be the guy and step up and maybe actually lead an offense.
Exactly.
And they should absolutely be the first pick. They're leagues worse than the Bulls, and
No, they should be the number one
Houston would
pick.
probably
But
take
they
70,
shouldn't be
100
going out there
also.
putting
Jordan Poole
fucking garbage
right now
product.
is acting a fool.
You have Bilal Coulibaly starting. You have Denny Avdija starting. Kyle Kuzma is your best player. I'm just saying your issues are not Jordan Poole
Dude,
and Jordan Poole himself, and you're using him as the
I just
scapegoat.
like fucking watchable basketball.
You're using
I
Poole
can't
as a scapegoat.
No, I'm not using Jordan Poole as a scapegoat. Jordan Poole didn't grow up. If anything, he regressed. Now that he's out of Golden State,
All right.
holding
So
him back and telling him
every
not to
other
do dumb
team,
decisions. He's going out there and making dumbass decisions.
every other team,
Just watching him.
it's funny how narratives work.
Would you tell me that Jordan Poole through these four games,
We're 4
are making
games in
more
is the
mistakes,
point.
more mental mistakes,
4
and playing
game
like an
point.
absolute jackass than he ever did for the Golden State Warriors? Because with the Warriors, they wouldn't let him do that because he got
Why?
benched.
Wait, can you answer real quick? Why does it matter? Why can we evaluate Jordan Poole's 4 games but nobody else in the
What the
NBA?
fuck? That's not even what we're talking about, dude. We're just comparing these 4 games of Jordan Poole.
Because Jordan Poole is the only player in the league running around and doing stuff like a jackass.
Jordan Poole,
Dude,
I
you clearly
guarantee
did not
you,
watch
is
the
the
game
best.
where-
Jordan,
And he's hoisting threes, like dribbling behind his back, and basically just like 180 shooting threes, bro. You're pissed off. That fucking sucks.
oh yeah, you'll never win.
Or
We
like,
talk
for
about
example,
all the
him
time.
just-
If you
walking around, like not even running, just walking and just dribbling and just throwing stuff up. It literally looks like he doesn't care. He's just there so he can cash his checks. That's what it looks like.
But when Steph Curry does it, so blame your dumbass front office who's been dysfunctional since you guys began as an
It's a
organization,
new front
rather
office,
than
dude.
Jordan
And actually,
Poole
no,
himself.
it's actually great. We got ourselves
Your entire name one good. Who's the best? The Washington Wizards have never had a successful front office. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there. Otherwise, they'd have something to show
We have
for
a
it.
ring. We have a championship. We are world champions. We've been to multiple.
What, 32 or 33?
1978, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
One in 78, and then I think we went
okay.
back. We
Alright.
went in 76, and we also went in 1980. We won once. We've gone 3 times, I believe.
Really? Wow, very impressive. 50 years ago, yeah. You sound like a Bears fan. Um,
Hey,
yeah.
hey. More recently, the Rockets.
Jordan Poole
Just as
is the best
okay,
player.
team didn't
I
win
just
Super
want
Bowls
I
last
want
month.
this I want this to know. When people have to take personal, I know you're not attacking me, but like when people have to use personal attacks to try and fuel their argument, that's when you know you won it. So I'll forget about that because you're, obviously distressed here because
I'm not taking a personal attack. I think you're just not
the
realizing
Chicago
how
Bulls
bad of a basketball player.
the
Jordan
Chicago
Poole
Bulls
is.
are nothing close to Washington. No, I'm telling you, Jordan Poole is the best player on the Washington Wizards, and I want
I
you
don't
to
think he's the best player. He's
revoke your
potentially.
Wizard fandom when Jordan Poole wins Most Improved.
He's not.
I would like
He's
a
not.
signed
He's
apology
not.
to myself and Jordan Poole when he wins Most Improved, or I need a revoked Wizard fan. Or the respect better be really freaking loud after all this disrespect. So, I mean, first off, nobody's gonna watch the Wizards play for majority of this season, so I guess Poole will get a bad rap until his stats go up. But when Jordan Poole averages like 25, 5, and 4, the narrative will change. Now, I will admit, I get what you guys are saying. Jordan Poole is not a good teammate, and Jordan Poole is not a point guard, but I guess Tyus Jones is their point guard anyway. So like it's fine, but I'm gonna remember this. I'll remember this.
Glad. All right. Let's do our last talking point before we do a recap of Pick'em from last night and we do our Pick'ems for tonight. Cam Thomas is averaging 33 points a night. First off, Ben Simmons is back, but that's really not as exciting as fucking Cam Thomas.
Yeah, it's more exciting.
Dude, Cam Thomas is legit. This is what I thought Jordan Poole was going to look like.
Once again, we're 3 games in. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Cam Thomas is playing really cool, but Cam Thomas won't average 35.
I'm just saying I think he's going to be a 20 points per game scorer.
Yeah, but he has a reputation of volatility that is more noteworthy than most other players in this league.
But most of the times when he did do this, after the second or third game, he would have already fallen off. So right now he's bucking the trend. If he does it for a 4th game in a row, I'm buying stock.
I mean, we also were talking yesterday. We were looking at the buckets he's getting and seeing that
It's different.
It's very sustainable.
And he's also playing defense.
Yeah.
And that was a big reason why it was volatile.
He's charged up right now.
Yeah. One of the reasons why it was volatile was he didn't play defense. So he usually was only playing because of an injury. So it's because they weren't going to play him as soon as the person got healthy because he didn't play defense. But now you saw Ben Simmons pointing out, telling him how to play defense, and he's like over there looking, and you're like, okay, this kid can play D.
I mean, a lot of defense is just effort.
I think all defense is effort based.
Did you say all?
Yeah. Most defense is
I like
just effort.
it, yeah. I like it.
I would say 70% of defense is effort.
Yeah, there's schemes and there's, born traits that are going to make you more inherently good at defense than someone else.
Just instincts.
Yeah, or have
anticipation.
Rajon Rondo, 6'1" with a 6'10" wingspan.
Taylor Norton Tucker.
That's going to really help.
Taylor Norton Fucker.
Or another one is handball eye coordination. Like some guys who are really good at getting steals, like pickpocketing, that's just all timing.
So instincts.
I guess
and it's strategy when you're giving bumps to people when you're doing certain things, which is effort.
Yeah.
But it takes savvy.
So Cam Thomas, if you guys had to take the over and under, Cam Thomas good or bad? Like being a 20-point scorer, you buying stock in it or no?
On the Nets, sure.
On the Nets, sure.
I'm gonna take the over on 15 points per game for Cam Thomas.
I'll go with that bet.
You said what?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Over
I'll take
15.
over there.
I feel that's a really comfortable number. All right, anybody got anything else to say about Cam Thomas? All right. Can we get a recap, Mr. Jamie?
Last night could have been. I think last night was really bad.
You think you did bad last night?
Last night was
I'm a little
bad.
nervous too.
Jackson was still 6-5. Ciro recorded our first
Wow.
ever negative night at 4-7.
Oof.
And I was 8-3, screwed by the Pacers,
Wow.
Pacers, Raptors, and Wolves. I got the Nets, got the Thunder, Mavs, Nuggets, Lakers. We all got those. The Nets.
Wow.
The Nets are my only solo dub.
I feel like he colluded.
A lot of weird games. Yeah, who's stat checking Henry over here? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like Henry's changing his scores in the morning. He's erasing what he wrote.
Jealousy is a
Another
sin.
day at 8-3, huh, Henry?
We're gonna end the year. Henry's never gonna have a losing Ruger.
Hey, check the recordings.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, yesterday's was gone after
it's
58
private,
minutes.
it's private.
Like, coincidental, wasn't it?
Seems like somebody's doing some odd shit here. Let's get a. We only have
Tonight, what do we
games
got?
tonight?
3 games?
Yeah, 3.
I think it might only be 3. Yeah.
Knicks and
Riveting
Jazz.
TNT slate.
Oh, is that why it's Tuesdays and Thursdays are always a 3-game slate for TNT?
I mean, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's
That's what
4.
I'm saying. Is it for TNT because they only put 2 or 4 games on Tuesdays and Thursdays? I always look at that as my night off. Or like I don't have to work as hard.
Yeah, that's the night where you can just post
Yeah.
up. You can just post up on cable and have the games on.
Yeah. Or you
and then
have like your
and then usually I feel like there's a game at the end.
yeah.
Deal is out.
I think the San Antonio Spurs are gonna win.
We're going Suns.
I'm going Suns as well.
Suns by a milli.
Clippers and
Oh, no.
Magic in Los Angeles.
Can't all.
I didn't watch the end of the Magic game.
It's good. That's good.
The Lakers won.
That's good.
Yes. Lakers won after a
Paolo Banchoko.
no, well, yeah, but then also a missed
Paolo
Franz
Banchero
Wagner-
masterclass game.
a missed Franz Wagner 3 at the buzzer, followed by
Jalen
a Jalen
Suggs.
Suggs offensive.
All right, so who are the
rebound,
Magic
basically
playing?
at the buzzer.
Tonight. Who's the Magic playing?
Huh?
Who are the Magic playing?
Clippers
Clippers.
in LA.
Clippers.
Going Clippers.
We are universal. Knicks, Suns,
Yeah.
Clips.
Damn, dude, that sucks.
Did we all just choose the same thing?
That's so lame.
Well, I'm gonna say
I
this.
was really hoping you were gonna go Orlando there.
Tomorrow, if we all lose, it's gonna be really weird. How does this ASMR sound?
0-3. We're gonna go 0-3. Ciro and I are gonna go 0-3, and then Henry's gonna pull off like the 2-1.
Yeah, Henry's gonna come in. He's like, guys, so you're gonna say universe. I'll remember this. We're gonna come in, and you're gonna be like, oh, rough day, guys. And Jackson and I are gonna be like, yeah, we went 0-3, and you're like, oh, I went 2-1.
Do not hate greatness. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so the last couple things I had written up here, we can talk about it or not. We don't really have to, but Brandon Miller dropped 22. Are the Miami Heat bad?
He did. Yep, they are.
What?
What's crazy is it's almost like the Miami Heat were like the 9th seed last season and got worse as a roster. You know?
I don't know if you're being facetious.
I am.
Okay, so Luka Doncic is the MVP front runner through.
And I'm
4
loving
games.
every minute of it. Dude, he's on fire.
On
I mean,
fire.
Denver looks really good in Jokic. I know they're doing good, but what Luka is doing is so fun to watch, especially as a proud fantasy owner. I mean,
It's been
just so
good.
happy. Yeah.
We talked about Brandon Miller dropping his 22 points. He looked legit. Should the Raptors blow it up?
Yes.
And that's the
They
last.
should have traded for any important player at the deadline or at the
Or traded
offseason.
away their players.
Yeah, I
All
mean
the
they could
players are
do
expiring.
anything. You know, I like what brief games or brief parts of the Raptors games I've seen. I really like the theories of what Darko's doing on offense.
What's that even mean?
It's just like I like Darko as the coach. I like so far, but I mean they're learning a new system, so they definitely don't look as good as they could be. But I think just in general, I don't think Scotty Barnes is the dude.
Currently on the
So
screen right now are the worst 5 offenses in basketball. Toronto is 27th with a 48.7 effective field goal percentage, and Miami is 26th with a 49.6 effective field goal percentage. Neither team can score through the first few games.
next tape.
Dead last, the Chicago Bulls, but only for now.
Hey, the Chicago. Henry, you got to move my thing below everybody's because I'm covering you guys up.
I transitioned back.
One of my boys just texted me. Clippers might be one of the better teams now. Do you still have a bench or is it gone now?
I mean, they to come back.
No, I agree. And I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this all plays. When'd you put on the hat, asshole?
A while ago. It don't get as cool as it does in person on this small,
What?
laggy Zoom camera because of my laptop. But
I don't know why it's lagging right now.
wait, who am I? Who am I right now?
You
Eminem.
are. Yeah.
I'm Bobby Portis.
This is.
Dude, watching him high step up the court that day, my friends and I were sitting thinking, we should go to Milwaukee for a game. And then we went to the Deer District for game 5 of the finals. It was fucking lit.
Oh, that's sweet. That is very sweet. Did they win?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was the game with the Drew Holiday steal and then the and one alley-oop to Giannis to like end the game in the final minute.
Okay.
People going crazy.
I was doing some theorizing last night,
What?
and you know how there's like, well, I just like do these players pass the eye test in their uniform? Like James Harden's going to pass the uniform test in a Clippers jersey, like he didn't in Philly and Brooklyn. So this could be a change. Kevin Durant passes the Suns jersey test, right? But Chris Paul really passes the jersey test with Golden State. And then I had a great example of who doesn't. Oh, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard in Bucks jersey. Sorry for who needs to hear this. Looks horrible in my opinion. But the Bucks jerseys aren't the best in my opinion. There's tough shade of green, and then I think the blacks look really ugly. So no Bucks championship.
No, the worst
I'm
jerseys are
sorry.
the Wizards. 23 rebounds and 10 points. How did you grab 23
I've
rebounds?
already
and still
got
not
him.
score?
You know, that's a great point.
Got
They were
him
just
penciled
coming
in.
to
Can
it.
you not appreciate the 23
Yeah, at least,
rebounds?
dude.
This is insane. I can't take this domination.
Nah,
standard.
bro. If
The
I
dude
had-
just had
if I-
23
if I-
rebounds. If
Put
Onyeka
back 2 of those
Okongwu,
rebounds.
if Onyeka Okongwu had 3 rebounds, you'd jizz in your pants.
I would.
You'd be like, trade Capella.
Dude, because
If Onyeka could finish with 0 points and 23 rebounds, and he'll be like, oh.
Okay, this is like.
I bet
this
you
is
if
like
Rudy
you-
Gobert
this
had
is like
0
you
points
getting
and
upset.
23.
Okay, you know what I'm comparing this to?
Rudy Gobert could have 0 points and 23 rebounds, and you'd literally be like, oh, I knew it would work.
No, I wouldn't.
But if domination does it,
I'm
it's-
all about
yeah, he's a leader of
domination.
the league.
I'm about domination in the whole.
No, you're not. I don't buy it.
Oh, you're queer. I got nothing else to talk about.
Just get ready, man. Top 10 center in the NBA.
You guys got anything else you'd like to add on?
Pool party.
That's my cue.
We
Hope
are.
you guys did enjoy. Be a friend, tell a friend. If it didn't, act like it never happened.